The legal practice that was to become Colin Biggers Paisley was established in 1900 when a man by the name of Morris Emmanuel Price started working as a solicitor in Hunter Street here in Sydney. Morris was a litigator. He litigated disputes over property, personal injury, breach of contract, libel, intellectual property and divorce.
Price was often mentioned in the press, not just for his work as a solicitor, but also as an entertainer. He was a brilliant piano player and performed at many fundraising concerts for charity. He also delivered humorous monologues on radio on both 2BL and 2FC. Price loved music so much that during his lunch break he used to go down to the Palings music store in George Street and spend the hour practicing the piano.
In the 1920s, Price engaged Colin Biggers as a managing law clerk in his practice. Biggers was a qualified accountant who had decided to change his profession and become a lawyer. When Price died in 1928, the practice was left without a qualified solicitor. So Biggers approached another lawyer by the name of Henry Abbott and asked him to come and work for the practice while Biggers himself finished his law degree.
Biggers was admitted in 1932 and soon established a reputation as an outstanding commercial lawyer. In the mid-1930s, Biggers employed Bob Paisley as an articled clerk. Paisley was admitted to practice in 1939, just before the war broke out. In 1940, he joined the army and he served in Papua New Guinea, attaining the rank of major. When the war ended, Paisley came back to Australia. In 1948, Biggers invited Paisley to join the partnership and they renamed the practice Colin Biggers Paisley. The two men must have had a good working relationship because they worked together for decades. Like many lawyers, they were both perfectionists, they both demanded that work was done to a high standard, and they both contributed to the success and prestige of the practice. They had a reputation for very precise drafting skills.
Over the decades, the practice grew and changed. After starting out in commercial and property law and litigation, the practice started to develop expertise in a number of specialised areas. In 1969, Adrian Belbor came on board and brought with him a thriving practice in building and construction law. The clients who followed him included the Master Builders Association of New South Wales and a number of others who were prominent in the building industry. Over the following 20 years, the construction team gained many more lawyers and many new clients. And our construction law is one of the things we're famous for.
In the 1970s, we also did work for many architects who at the time were covered by a particular insurance scheme. The practice was approached by the insurer sitting behind the scheme and was offered the opportunity to act for both the scheme and its architects when claims were made against them. Greg Skane was the person who took on this work, and it led to the establishment of a thriving practice in insurance law. Our insurance team is now the largest of all our teams. Since the year 2000, there have been as many changes as in the first 100 years, maybe more. In 2012, we merged with the Melbourne practice, Monaghan and Rao, and then in 2013, we merged with Hemming and Hart in Brisbane. So now we have offices in 3 states along the East Coast, and we take on work in every Australian jurisdiction and overseas. In the year 2000, there were 19 partners, and now there are over 60. Statistics tell us that about 1 in 3 Australian businesses won't survive for more than 15 years or more. Well, we have been around for over 115 years. Maybe the reason for this is just like Biggers Paisley, we really listen to what our clients want and we make sure that our work reflects exactly what they want and need.